how to fill in the Korean visa application form. Most importantly, you have to write in block letter, either English or Korean. No other language is being accepted. And the form must be filled completely and correctly. So the first step is the personal details, where you have to write your family name, given name, gender, date of birth, nationality, country of birth, and national identity number. For the national identity number for Nigerians, you can put in your national ID card number. And also, if you have traveled to Korea with any other name aside from the name you'll be writing down, you have to indicate. If you tick no, you just don't have to give more details. But if you tick yes, you have to give more details. And if you're a citizen of more than one country, if no, then you don't have to give more details. But if yes, you have to give more details. Why the second step is the details of visa application. For the details of visa application, this is a period of staying and the status of staying. We have the long-term stay over 90 days and the short-term stays less than 90 days. So you have to indicate which you're going for. The next step is the passport information, where you provide information about your passport. There is the passport type, if it's diplomatic, official, regular, or others. If it's others, you have to provide more details. So we have the passport number, country of passport, place of issue, date of issue, and the expiring date. If you have any other passport, any valid passport, you have to indicate and provide more details on that passport. If it's diplomatic, official, regular, or others, the passport number, country of passport, and the expiring date. For the other passport you have, which is not the one you're using to apply. So that is it for the passport information. The next step is the contact information. The contact information, here you have to provide your home address and current home address if it's different from the home address, and your cell phone number, email address, emergency contact information in case anything happened to you in South Korea. They can contact someone for you. You have to provide the person's full name, phone number, the country of residence, the relationship you have with the applicant, and also the second step is the marital status and family details. You have to indicate if you're married, divorced, or single. If you're married, you have to provide information of your sponsor, like the family name, given name, date of birth, nationality, address, phone number. And if you have children, you have to also indicate how many children you have. But if you don't have children, then you can tick no, and that is it for the contact information. The next step is the education. For the education, you have to provide your highest degree or level of education, which is the master or doctoral degree, your bachelor degree, high school diploma, and others. If you have other certificates, you can indicate. So the name of the school, the location of your school. So these are very important for the education. The next step is the employment. So for employment, you have to provide your current personal circumstance, which is, are you employed? Are you an entrepreneur, civil servant, you're student, you're retired, you're unemployed, or others. If others, you also have to provide details and your employment details, which is the name of the company you're working for, the position or course. If you're studying, you have to provide the name of your institute you studied, and also the address of the institute or the company you worked for or you're working for, and the phone number. So the next step is the details of visits, which is the purpose of visiting South Korea. Are you going for tourism? Are you going for meeting or conference? Are you going for medical tourism? Are you going for a business trip? Are you going to study or for the Korean language training? Are you going to work in South Korea? Are you going to visit a family? So whichever reason why you're going to South Korea, this is where you have to indicate and provide details if you have to take orders. So in every box you take orders, you have to provide more details about it. So you have to provide your intended period of staying. How long do you want to stay in South Korea? And the date of leaving. When are you leaving? You also have to provide the date. Also, address in Korea. If you're staying in a hotel, you have to provide the hotel address you have booked and the contact of the address in South Korea. If it's the hotel you'll be staying, you have to provide their contact. And if you have traveled to Korea in the last 5 years, you have to provide details, the purpose of visit, and the period of staying. That is for those that have traveled to Korea in the last 5 years, but if not, you just have to tick no. So also, if you have traveled outside your country or you have lived outside your country, aside from Korea, you are in the last 5 years, you have to provide the name of the country, the purpose of visit, and the period of staying. If you have any family members staying in Korea, you have to provide details about them, like their name, the date of birth, nationality, and relationship you have with them. But if you don't have any family member, you can just skip this part. Also, if the applicant travel to Korea with any family member, if you're traveling with anybody, your family members, you have to indicate the person's name, date of birth, nationality, and your relationship. If it's your brother, your mother, your father, or your cousin, you have to indicate and give details about them. But if you're traveling alone, you don't really need to fill this part. The next step is the details of invitation. Is there anyone inviting you to South Korea? If yes, then you have to provide details. You have to provide the person name, the person inviting you, or the organization that is inviting you in South Korea. You have to provide the date of birth and the business registration number. You have to provide your relationship with the person or the organization. You have to provide the address and the phone number of the person or the organization. So that is it for the details of invitation. The next step is the funding details. The funding details, you have to provide the estimated travel cost in US dollars, not in your country currency. And also, who will be sponsoring your trip? If there is someone sponsoring this trip, you have to provide the name of the person, relationship you have with the person, type of sponsor, and the contact number. So the next step is the assistance with this form. Who assisted you with this form? If you're the one, then there is no need. But if it's someone, you have to provide more details.